Ever get that like kind of creepy feeling? You open an email and bam! Suddenly it's like the whole internet knows exactly what you were just looking at.
Oh, yeah, ads everywhere for that thing you just checked out. It
Uh,
can feel like someone's reading your mind.
right. And it turns out, well, it's not mind reading exactly, but it is pretty sneaky.
Definitely sneaky.
So today we're diving deep into the world of these things called spy pixels. Basically, they're like these little invisible trackers hiding right there in your emails in plain sight.
Yeah, they're more common than people might think.
Way more common. And on this deep dive, we'll unpack exactly how they work, why you should actually care about them, and most importantly, what you can do about it.
Absolutely. And the thing is, these little pixels, they can pick up all sorts of information about you just from you opening an email.
Just from opening it.
Yep. Stuff like when you opened it, your IP address, even what kind of device you're using.
Okay, yeah, no, that does sound a bit creepy.
Yeah.
But before we, I guess, before we jump ahead, let's back up a sec. What exactly is a spy pixel? Like, can you paint me a picture here?
So basically, a spy pixel, it's a tiny little image file.
An image.
Yeah, an image. But it's usually only 1 pixel by 1 pixel.
That's so tiny.
Super tiny. And it's embedded in an email, and you can't see it.
It's invisible.
Invisible. So when you open the email, your email program, it automatically downloads the image.
It does.
Yeah. And that triggers a ping back to the sender's server, letting them know that you've seen the message.
So it's like a digital tripwire or something.
It's a great way to put it.
1 by 1 pixel. That's like practically invisible.
Yeah.
So no wonder we don't notice them. And I guess unlike those, what do they call those read receipts that some emails have,
Right.
we don't even know they're there, let alone have a choice to block them.
Exactly. With read receipts, you at least have the option to decline, to say, no, don't tell them I read it. But spy pixels, they're just working in the background without your knowledge or consent.
Okay. Wow. So that's how they work.
Mm.
But why are they so common? Why do people, why do we even use them?
Well, for marketers, I mean, spy pixels are a gold mine. I mean, they can track how people are engaging with their emails. They can see how well their campaigns are doing.
Ah, so they know if their emails are actually working.
Exactly. And they can even personalize those follow-up messages based on what you do, what you click on, all that.
So that's how I end up with those super specific ads that seem to follow me around.
Yep, that's a big part of it.
But okay, if this is all just, standard marketing stuff, why are we suddenly hearing so much about these spy pixels now?
Well, what's concerning is how much their use has increased and how sophisticated they've become. Like a huge percentage of emails now have these trackers hidden in them.
Really? A huge percentage.
Yeah, it's pretty widespread. And while a lot of them are used for legitimate marketing like we talked about, there's always the risk of them being misused.
You mean by cyber criminals?
Yeah.
For phishing attacks or identity theft, that kind of thing.
Potentially, yeah.
Oh.
It's not just marketers using them anymore. Like imagine someone using your IP address, which they got from a spy pixel, to figure out where you live and then target you with scams.
Oh, wow.
It's a good reminder that technology, well, it can be a double-edged sword,
Yeah, no kidding. Okay, so that definitely raises some red flags. So what can we actually do to protect ourselves from this stuff? Are we just like sitting ducks here?
No, not at all. There are a few things you can do to take control of your privacy. Like one easy step is to disable automatic image loading in your email settings.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that option before.
That'll stop those pixels from loading in the first place.
Yeah.
And viewing emails in plain text, that's even more effective.
Plain text.
Yep, plain text. It strips out all the formatting, so there's no one for those pixels to hide.
So plain text for like maximum security.
Yeah.
But then you don't get those pretty formatted newsletters and stuff.
Yeah, that's the trade-off. But there are other options, too. There are some browser extensions and software programs that are specifically designed to block trackers, including spy pixels.
Oh, that's good to know.
And some email providers, they're even starting to offer built-in protection features, too.
Oh, that's even better. So it sounds like there are options out there for everyone, no matter how tech-savvy they are.
Right.
So just to recap, these spy pixels are tiny, invisible trackers hiding in emails, used mostly by marketers, but with the potential for misuse.
Exactly. And as technology keeps developing, I mean, this whole issue of data privacy versus personalization, it's only going to get more complicated.
Yeah, definitely something to think about. So listeners, we really encourage you to check out those protection methods that we talked about and stay informed about all the changes happening with digital privacy because knowledge is power, right?
Uh,
It's especially in the digital age.
Absolutely.
And that brings us to the end of this deep dive. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.